I'm just going to dummy lock the gate so it looks like it's locked. Hi, Pickles. My dog is here. Hi. I have a sea can here that I keep my saddles in the winter time, and I've just built a false front on it so that it looks like part of our town. It works really well here for us to stop and have a little tea party and enjoy. Today is always the best day. So the first thing I'm going to do is set out their breakfast, some oats. They're all getting a little bit older, so I give them rolled oats. They like that the best. How'd you come in there, bud? Oh, right, you were in all day. Okay. Just a second here. We left the gate open for you. Hey, good morning. Hey, good boy. Good boy. It's okay, bud. It's okay. Yeah, so this guy, he rammed a stick on his neck the other day, and he's had to go to the vet and get some work done. Hey, good boy. Hold son, hold son. Good boy. Yeah, okay, Leroy. He's being a little bit. We're going to come this way, son. I know, you guys are hungry. Yeah, just a second, Bailey. Okay. There you go, bud. Oh, buddy, so it's always good to just talk to your horses so they know where you are at all times. And there's no surprises. There you go, Bailey. They're good boys. They're hungry horses. Good boy, good boy. Yeah, you get your stitch out today. That's good. Okay. So I'm just going to set out some more feed for everybody. Hey, good morning, Benny, our little donkey. He is so cool. So donkeys, some of them, they have this cross on them that's a total cross, and they believe, the fellow that sold them to me said that the last thing to go to the cross with donkeys, or with Jesus, was a donkey, and he cast a shadow on him. So he's like our little savior. You're a good little boy. Okay. Not that he needs it, but you would like a little bit of your own breakfast, right, bud? Come here. Move this out of the way. You can eat right here today, okay? That be okay? Yeah, that's a good boy. I know. How was your night last night? You're good boys. Be right with you. Oh, I love the smell of horses. Hey, buddy. I just want to give you your medicine. So he needs a little bit of painkiller just to help him get by until we take his stitch out. And Leroy, well, first we'll go with Bailey. Hey, good boy. Hey, buddy. Oh, you finished your oats already? Okay. okay. That's okay. Good boys. Yeah. Hey, good boys. Hey, good boys. No, it's okay, son. Oh, no, you like this stuff. It's okay. Hey, good boy. Ah, good boy. I'm going to be a little bit quick. There you go. Good boy. Okay. Kind of like some people don't like medicine. How about you, Leroy? You're a good boy. Hey, good boy. Oh, he's a good boy. So this guy, he's just lately doesn't really want us to do a cinch up. And really, it's not his nature. So I'm treating him for an ulcer. Hey, good buddy. Because that's maybe why that's hurting him. And so we're giving him some medicine to make his tummy feel better, and then he'll be happy. All right, so now I'm going to feed them again. They're all older, these horses, so they can't really eat too much, most of them. I've learned so much from horses. No matter what, they're just very patient, they wait, they're calm, they're still. That's a good boy. Hi, how are you, Checkers? He loves everybody and he just wants to try and please us. He's just been wonderful to have join our group. Okay, boys, I guess it's your time for breakfast. Yeah, just back up a bit. Back, back. Good boy. Yeah, there you go. You guys be patient. Yeah. Good boys. While the horses are having their breakfast, I'm going to go and get a fire going in the store so that's nice and warm. It's a little bit chilly today, so people that are coming, it's nice for them to be able to get out of the cold and just come in and enjoy a cup of tea or buy something at the store. Let me get started a little bit here.
Who's helping you with wood?
Pardon me?
Who's helping you with wood? Like where you get it?
Oh, I get it from a fellow up by Elk Point, Carson. He's amazing. This wood actually, though, a friend helped me with. It was a tree in my backyard that died. So I get it wherever I can, but yeah. And this time of year, I go through more wood than I do all summer because it's a little bit chilly and it's just so nice to come into the wood stove. Horses have always really been a big part of my life. I have 3 daughters, and when they were little, I would take them, first of all, when they were in Smugglies for a ride, I would take them in front of me, and I'd have another one that went behind me because I had 3 of them. We would go down to the neighbors and have cookies and milk, and I did that because it was just a fun way to get out of the house and a fun way to spend with our horses. And as time went on, the neighbors' children, they wanted to ride too, so they would double back with us, and they were wanting to start coming to my place and to start paying me because they wanted their kids there all the time. So I started just having birthday parties, and I put a picnic table out in the middle of a field and just started having birthday parties. I found that everybody was just having such a great time, and it really fueled me to want to add on. So any value that I've gotten from the riding, I put back into purchasing building supplies and just thinking of ideas how I could add on to this little town so that it would make it a place where people could really have a memorable experience and remember enjoying themselves. So I'm just going to clean up this manure a little bit. Normally they're so good, they try not to go at all in the corral. They wait till we go out. But because I had the two I had to doctor, they were in the corral overnight, and of course they had to go. So, but it's also part of our exercise program. Keeps you in shape. Wow, it looks like we're going to have a gorgeous day today. Such a blessing for this time of the year. Every day is a gift. We are in the area here where we are on the route for all the geese to go south. So you're going to hear geese go over us constantly because this is their route to go south. We're just so blessed, this whole area, that we have this town on. So as you're coming in the store, we've got older games like Chinese checkers where the kids can learn some of the older games that we used to play. We just have a few things on display that bring back memories for some people. A lot of people remember wearing these saddle shoes. That's kind of cool. I was trying to make it in here a little bit like a restaurant, and I had my grandkids come, and they sat down here, 3 little boys, and they went, "You've got some customers, Nana." So I think it maybe worked. But this is where we can sit down. This is one of our old wood, the old fridges that they had. I forget what they called them. But I put ice in the front, in the top, and it keeps the bottom very cold. So it's just like a fridge. It works great. And my stove here, I make all the bacon and eggs and pancakes and whatever else we have for meals. It works really well. Really neat old stove at Kit Scotty Antique, and it works so well. It really heats up the whole building, and we just love it. The jail we came up with because I love kids to use their imagination and pretend that they've gone back in time. So I always tease them, you know, any whining and you get put in jail. It kind of shows everybody how they can, you know, we used to use the telephone, and one thing that's kind of neat in here when it warms up, I open up these saloon doors and they can pretend that they're coming into the saloon. Of course, the strongest drink we have is root beer.
Oh, yeah. Who you want?
Okay. I'm eating all the horses.
Okay, how are we doing here?
I'll get on.
Sure. Okay, Dorota, that's a little bit, put your other foot in maybe. Now if you stand up, you can have one hand under you, relax. Do they feel good? Yeah. Oh, okay, you like them a little bit long then, so that's okay. Checkers is a sweetheart. Okay, very responsive, but there you go. Okay, you're welcome. Hey, buddy. How are you doing here? This looks a little bit loose, hey? Yeah, let's see if we can fix that a bit. There we go. Okay. You're good there?
Yep.
There you go, good boy. Horses are great animals, but you don't have any problems, but you got to do everything right every time. I learned from when my first ride went out to make sure you just take your time and do things. I broke my leg, so now I know to take my time. So you want to sit up like a proud cowgirl or cowboy, because today you're your horse's leader And so he wants to be shown what to do. Otherwise, he's just going to be a horse and probably eat, right? Okay, and if you have some happy feeling inside, that's transferred to your horse too. He's like, I got some good energy here, I'm going to have good energy. And then you want to have him just kind of so that he can stretch his neck. But if I wanted to turn him, I would just raise them up like this and go, and he'll feel that on his neck and turn this way, or he'll turn that way, right? And then otherwise, if they've got their ears back, they're just showing you body language. I'd like a little bit more personal space. So all you have to do is just turn them over a little bit. If they weren't really listening, you would bring your hand down here, and I just go, and if you give a little bit of pressure and release, they will, that's a thank you when you do the release. They'll pretty much go where you want. Hi, buddy, he likes to be. I remember, as a teenager, I was able to have a horse. And I've always been around horses all my life, but really getting into my teenage years, it was a place where you could go and just de-stress. So what would happen is, it's like going to a movie. We go to movies so that it can take our mind away from things and come back and just refresh. Well, when you're with horses, they are just in the moment. They just want you to enjoy where you're at, your surroundings, their company, and they've got so much good energy and love to give you that they help you to slow down and be calm and just be. Take your mind away from things and enjoy life. Enjoy the outdoors. So I always love to go and spend time with my horses and ride. And now that was something that I wanted to do when I raised my kids. I wanted them to have that same experience. Good boys, and give him a little looser rein now. He wants to move. Yeah, come on boys. Good job. Okay, so you can turn your horse. Yeah, good job. I brought my grandchildren out here, and my little girl, she says, I said, this is my enchanted forest. And she goes, Nana, it's magical. So I'm like, I think we need to rename this. So this is Henry, and his name, he's a fjord horse. So it's kind of cool that he's Henry Fjord.
Oh, sweet.
I did his name.
Oh, you did?
Oh, that's good, he can see today, hey? So they come from Sweden, and they're a driving horse. So he goes and prays, and he drives a cart. And he's just like a big Eeyore here. I'm sure I got some good ones in there. Good. You already had a piece, I think, didn't you? So you want some more. Oh yeah, right. You guys got this cool hairdo going on.
You're being a good boy, hey?
Well,
Good boy.
I did have some lessons in white horse, and in Nova Scotia I kind of did a little bit because we had some neighbors before.
Oh, okay. I guess these are the biggest hit, hey?
Yep.
Horses are so good, especially for children or people that have a bit of anxiety, because when they're around the horses are calm and they're still. And you can be silly, you can be busy, you can be excited, but soon the horse brings you back down to earth as to just being in the moment and enjoying what is now. And they give you a good feeling inside because they have this energy field where their hearts are 5 times bigger than ours, and they just feed you all this goodness, and you can't help but feel better when you've spent time with horses. This is our school. And the kids, they just love using their imagination, coming in and pretending they're the teacher, doing little teachings, and taking everybody for a field trip. So this is one of my buildings that's really played in a lot. So this is our little church. The kids just love playing in here. They dress up the donkey or they dress up the horses and put on a wedding gown and have a wedding in here. And I've got some really cool vows. Do you promise to rub her feet every night and make her tea before she goes to bed? And they just get laughing when they start to say all their vows in here. But it's also a dual purpose. When we have camps, I show little horse movies or little clips of my girls trick riding. Before they go to bed, they get to see a nice horse movie. Okay, this is my log cabin. This is where, if I have ladies' retreats or I have 3-day overnight camps for little girls, they get to sleep. It works out really, really well. We've got a wood stove in here that we can get really toasty, warm for everybody. I have 3 daughters, and 2 of them were trick riding for 16 years, and now they coach. This is my youngest daughter, Amber. She's a school teacher. And my other daughter, Krista, the middle girl that's RN. And they both have 7 children between them now. My oldest daughter, she's a professional dancer, was on the cruise ships. This is where I get to put all my dust collectors. This is my mom when she was a lot younger. She's been passed away for quite a while. The kids really love to come in here and sleep. This is where they get to stay. They've got a couple of double beds. They can sleep up top in the loft. And then we always have a guide that stays with them, an older lady or another girl that stays in here with them to help them. This is our dress shop where if mainly used for kids that come to camp. They've got all the different costumes in here, wedding dresses that they can dress up and play and role play, or families that come out and want to have a nice Western picture with the authentic costumes that they could wear. I love my horse camps because I have children for 3 days at a time. They stay over 2 nights. And it gives them a chance to really bond with their horses, but also they get to learn a lot of different life skills. So they learn respect and they learn how to work around horses. They learn the good values of hard work and teamwork and just working with another, taking care of another big animal that's 1,200 pounds and trying to understand how they can communicate with this animal in such a way that he will understand what they're asking for. One mom told me that her daughter had learned more in 3 days than going every day all winter long, once a week, because they're just submerged in their own horse for 3 days and looking after them, caring for them.
So that's the fur. These honey brushes are for the faces.
Yeah, so to steer it, you would lift your arm up and then turn him, and when he feels that on his neck, he turns this way. Yeah, and the other way, he would turn the other way. And if he wasn't listening for some reason a little bit, then you could just reach your hand down here, this other hand, and then just bring his nose a little bit and then give him a release, because that's a thank you. And you do that a little bit and he knows what you want then. Okay. So you see yours is tight on this side and it's loose on this side. Can you make them the same? Take them in 2 hands like this. One of the things you can expect when you first come to Grahamtown is just to learn how it evolved, but then you get to learn about your horse And that connection, rather than just come to a place and jump on a horse wants to feel safe as you want to feel safe. And so it's really important to learn a little bit about horseology and what's important to them. And so I start you off with just introducing you to showing you around the town and the different buildings that we have. They will be open for you to view afterwards. And then how our horses are a prey animal and how their ears are, you know, how big they are compared to ours, and they know all the horses' heartbeats. And now that you're here, they know your heartbeat as well. So they're feeding off of your energy, and they just want you to feel safe, and they don't judge you, they don't lie, they're always honest. They just want to give you some kind of love. So what I like them to do is let them, you know, smell them, the horse smell them, their hand, and just to feel, start to make a connection with maybe brushing them or just being around them and getting some of that energy where now they're just feeling that calmness, that in the moment, present, not worrying about their shopping list or what happened yesterday or an argument on their way here. They get to just be themselves.